The United Nations says it requires more than $1 billion to help Nigerians affected by the Boko Haram insurgency. While launching the world body's 2018 Humanitarian Response Plan, the UN country representative, Edward Kallon, says the initiative identifies more than 6.1 million people in need of assistance. CGTN's Kelechi Emekalam has more.
The HRP 2018 Nigeria HRP.
The UN considers the crisis in the northeast that has engulfed the Lake Chad region among the worst in the world. It says altogether 7.7 million people are in need of humanitarian assistance in the northeast, but the 2018 emergency response will be targeting 6.1 million of them. Most of them are people who have been displaced and are living in camps or host communities, while some of them are people who have returned home to find nothing. And there are those living in difficult-to-reach areas.
We will aim to provide food assistance, including through agriculture, to 3.7 million people in the 3 affected states in northeast Nigeria. Because grave violations of human rights continue to take place on a daily basis, we aim to support 2.7 million vulnerable women, children, and men with protection services. Medical care is also a priority and will be provided to 5.1 million people in 2018.
Last year, only 70% of the humanitarian appeal was funded, and the bulk of it was spent on emergency food intervention and saving lives of children faced with starvation. But access to almost 1 million in need of assistance remains a major obstacle to aid agencies.
Access to the target population is obviously a pivotal part of the implementation of the humanitarian response this year, as 930,000 people are estimated to be in areas that are hard to reach for humanitarian organizations due to insecurity or the threats of insecurity. We will be working as humanitarians this year to advocate for improved access. And we are also aiming to obtain safety assurances for the delivery of aid in hard-to-reach areas.
Boko Haram insurgency is in its 9th year. Even though the government claims the insurgents have been defeated, hundreds continue to be killed and millions are still living in camps. Kelechi, Emekalam, CGTN, Abuja, Nigeria.